Let's see what Maven's got to say for herself then.
I trust you have good news for me?
Well, yes, the job's finished. There was quite a bit you didn't tell me about. I think this is probably information that you wanted.
This doesn't tell me much. The only thing that could identify Sabjorn's partner is this odd little symbol.
Well, yeah, that's perfectly true. I have seen that symbol before, though.
Well, whoever this mysterious marking represents, they'll regret starting a war with me. You should bring this information to the Thieves' Guild immediately. There's also the matter of your payment. I believe you'll find this more than adequate for your services.
Thank you. I would have preferred gold.
I believe we're done.
Yes. For now.
Rare trinket.
Come, take a look at what I have to say.
Protect yourself right. Buy armor from Grelka.
Beautiful baubles and gleaming gemstones over here. A Ferris.
Brynjolf, eh? Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into the thick of things without telling you which way is up.
Yes,
Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that was so.
So, if you've got the nerve, I've got plenty of extra jobs to help get the guild back on its feet.
Back on its feet?
Look around you. The flagon, the guild, it's all falling apart. A few decades ago, this place was as busy as the Imperial City. Now, you'd be lucky if you don't trip over a skeever instead.
Okay, so what happened?
Look, I know the others think I'm a bit daft for saying stuff like this, but I'm gonna give it to you straight. Something out there is piss-drunk mad at us. I don't know who or what it is, but it's beyond just you and me. We've been cursed.
Word on the street is that poor Sabjorn has found himself in Whiterun's prison. How unfortunate for him.
Yeah, you could say that. Fortunate for Maven, though.
Exactly. Now you're beginning to see how our little system works. Maven sent word that you discovered something else while you were out there. Something important to the guild?
Well, yes. The same symbol that we found on that Goldenglow estate document. Found it again.
Then this is beyond coincidence. First Arangoth, and now Sabjorn. Someone's trying to take us down by driving a wedge between Maven and the guild.
Yeah, it looks like there might be a bit of truth behind Delvin's idea of a curse, except a person, not a curse. What can we do?
Mercer thinks he knows a way to identify this new thorn in our side.
Yeah.
He wants to meet with you right away. And if I were you, I'd hurry. I've never seen him this angry before.
Okay.
Ah, there you are. I've consulted my contacts regarding the information you recovered from Goldenglow Estate, but no one can identify that symbol.
Okay, yeah, I found the same thing at Honingbrew.
It would seem our adversary is attempting to take us apart indirectly by angering Maven Blackbriar. Very clever.
You admire them?
They're well funded, and they've been able to avoid identification for years. I'm impressed it reached this point. Just don't mistake my admiration for complacency. Our nemesis is going to pay dearly.
Okay, years. So how can we make them pay?
Because even after all their posturing and planning, they've made a mistake. The parchment you recovered mentions a Godgel lie. According to my sources, that's an old alias used by one of our contacts. His real name is Gullum. Slimy bastard.
Right. Okay, so I'm assuming you want me to do something. Where do you want me to begin?
Gullum is our inside man at the East Empire Company in Solitude. I'm betting he acted as a go-between for the sale of Goldenglow Estate and that he can finger our buyer.
Okay.
Get out there, shake him down, and see what you come up with.
Right.
Talk to Brynjolf before you leave if you have any questions.
Okay.
I can't believe Gullum mixed up in all this. That Argonian couldn't find his tail with both hands. Don't get me wrong, he could scam a beggar out of his last septim, but he's no mastermind.
Oh, you think you'll give me any trouble then?
Trouble? He's one of the most stubborn lizards I've ever met. You have your work cut out for you.
Okay, so how am I going to get him to talk?
You're going to have to buy him off. It's the only way to get his attention. If that fails, follow him and see what he's up to. If I know Gullum, he's in way over his head, and you'll be able to use it as leverage.
Well, he's definitely going to owe us, isn't he, for this betrayal?
Aye, he does indeed. And with his fingers in the East Empire Company's pie, we'll make good use of that debt. If I'm not being clear enough, that means we don't want him killed.
Okay.
For now, just keep on his tail and he's bound to step into something he can't scrape off his boot. Good luck in Solitude. Keep Gullum alive, but remind him who we are.
Okay.
I wouldn't wander here alone at night. Come on now. My carriage is the safest way to travel.
Maybe, but I do have a horse.
So, what do we have here? Let me guess. By your scent, I'd say you were from the guild. But that can't be true, because I told Mercer I wouldn't deal with them anymore.
Well, I'm here about Goldenglow Estate.
I don't deal in land or property. Now, if you're looking for goods, you've come to the right person.
You can drop the act.
Oh, wait. Did you say Goldenglow Estate? My apologies. I'm sorry to say I know very little about that bee farm, was it?
You acted as a go-between, you know that.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I can't be expected to remember every deal I handle.
The buyer, whoever it is a distant threat, but the guild is standing right before you.
All right. Had I known this deal would bring me this much trouble, I never would have accepted the gold. I was approached by a woman who wanted me to act as the broker for something big. She flashed a bag of gold in my face and said all I had to do was pay Arangoth for the estate. I brought in the coin and walked away with her copy of the deed.
Okay, and did she say why she was doing this at all?
Not at all. I tend not to ask too many questions when I'm on the job. I'm sure you understand. However, I did notice she was quite angry, and it was being directed at Mercer Frey.
Specifically at him? And that's it? No name or anything?
In this business, we rarely deal in names. Our identity comes from how much coin we carry.
I think that you might be lying to me.
Look, that's all I know. I never promised you I'd have all the answers. Now, since our transaction is done, I'll be on my way.
Are you all right?
All right, then.
Okay.
Our hero claims a warrior's heart. I tell you.
Yes.
I cannot bear.
Wait, you.
Now there's no need to do anything rash. This isn't as bad as it seems. I was gonna tell Mercer about everything, honestly. Please, he'll have me killed.
Right, you tell me first, and then I'll decide what he needs to know.
All right. It's Carlia.
Carlia.
Her name is Carlia.
You say that name like I'm supposed to know it?
Mercer never told you about her?
No.
Carlia is the thief responsible for murdering the previous guildmaster, Gallus. Now she's after Mercer.
Okay. And you're helping her?
Help? No. Look, I didn't even know it was her until after she contacted me. Please, you have to believe me.
So, where's this Carlia now?
I don't know. When I asked her where she was going, she just muttered, "Where the end began." Here, take the Goldenglow estate deed as proof. And when you speak to Mercer, tell him I'm worth more to him alive.
Well, lucky for you, Brynjolf actually does want you alive.